ever felt like those steps that you take on a daily basis start to look like the same steps over and over? It can leave you wondering if you're ever going to start seeing the results that you want from all the effort you're putting in. There's a small shift you can make that, when applied consistently, can make a huge difference in how you approach your days with more enjoyment and ease. You get to choose a new way to look at and live out your day-to-day. Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, self-care strategist, and creator of the Seasons self-care app. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. You're listening to a Monday minisode where I share an insight designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. How do you feel about your Monday on Sunday night? Do you get excited about a new week of possibilities laid out before you, or do you feel your stomach tighten and your shoulders tense? For many of us, our weekdays have a different feel to our weekends. Depending on the business you're in, things can look a little different. When you're leading the charge in your soul business, you may notice the lines can blur a little, especially if you're creating plans or solving challenges in your head, regardless of what day of the week it is. I really relate to that. Even so, all of us have those items baked into our schedules that are the must-dos, those things that happen every day or every week, or else the business won't run smoothly. These things can start to really feel monotonous, though, and even though they're important, they can start to steal your joy. That's when you may find yourself repeating some thoughts, perhaps like muttering them under your breath. Oh, here we go again. And you feel your energy dip, maybe even looking for something, anything else to do that will feel more exciting. But the truth is, amidst the shiny new ideas, the creative collaborations and launches is the main thing. The daily activities that keep the heart of your business beating, the things that serve your clients and keep them coming back for more goodness. When you think of the different elements of what you do during each business cycle, it really is all about flow. I've been known to be a bit of an idea machine, and I have a bunch of other friends and business colleagues who are similar. The ideas come and you just want to jump on them, even though you may be in the midst of something really important and you realize you can't. So they go on a list and they wait. They wait for the time that you may have available. And you may also find sometimes that it is all about not only those ideas, but really taking space to work more in your area of strength. Yes, there'll still be those things that you need to do each day that maybe you'd prefer not to have to do, but they are those things that only you can do. Some things you can delegate, but really everything, all of it is underpinned with a key focus when you are growing something that is of value. And that, I personally believe, is optimism. Because without optimism, why even begin? The very reason why you began the work that you do was out of some kind of hope to make a difference in the lives of others and yourself. It's actually a very generous step to take when you're creating something, a business and a service, an offering. You're creating value for others that has the potential to ripple out into the world. So as you're going through your days, and as you're going through this week, likely doing many things that looked like they did last week, remember that. Remember why you're doing the work you're doing. And remind yourself that in many cases, you get what you look for. This may not always be true, but let's just think about this. If you're expecting a week of nothing ever changing, it may be harder for you to see new ways to shake things up, new horizons to expand into. If you're expecting a week filled with challenges and fires to put out, it may be more difficult to see how things could run more smoothly or feel easier. And if you're asking why the numbers are the same or not where you'd like them to be, you'll be focused on that instead of how you can expand into new revenue streams. Your thoughts and words are more powerful than you can imagine. Remember that. These are the very things, these words you spoke, the very, very things that preceded the life and work that you have now. So this is a reminder to me and to all of us. Your words are powerful. And I invite you to consider some new ways that you can think and speak about what you do each day. It can be a key to unlocking more possibility and joy in your life as well. And that way, even though a lot of the things may be similar that you're doing each day or each week, but you're going to be doing them with a different energy, a more joyful, optimistic energy. And optimism is the thing, I believe, that really causes new ideas to flow and positive change to happen. Because let's face it, there's always going to be the other side. There's always going to be the darkness and the tough stuff. And we're all going to need to face it. That is true. And so understanding that, I mean, that goes without saying, but it is something to remember. And that's why our optimism becomes even more crucial. A very beautiful centerpiece to how we show up each day. Because I have great hope in humanity. I have great hope in you and in the people that I'm connected with in my life, that when we really tap into what lights us up, we can be just that, a light for those around us, a light of possibility and of goodness. And that feels amazing. And that is where the joy lies. So think about this week and how you can bring more optimism and joy into it. And you might just find those day-to-day things start to feel a little easier. One thing I've found to be really valuable to help my mindset and my optimism and how I'm feeling about what I'm doing is the company that I keep, the people around me. And we do all have some semblance of control over those people that we spend the most time with. It is a choice. And I think really when it comes to your business, it's important to surround yourself with some lights that are going to help you continue growing in the direction that you want. And that is something that we really focus on. And it's really one of the key elements of the Seasons Collective is the sisterhood in that space. People wanting to make a beautiful difference in the world, wanting to shine their light, and realizing that, doing it together is much better than doing it on our own. And that is where a great deal of optimism can be found. And also knowing that every day is a little different, every week's a little different. And so sometimes people need your sense of optimism, and other times you need to reach into find that for yourself. And in a community, it's a beautiful place to do that. So check it out in the show notes. The Season Collective is going to be opening up soon. And I so look forward to hearing beautiful stories of how you captivate your own desires and your daily activities to create a thing of beauty and a thing of more joy and ease that you get to experience while you're creating a work that is blessing the world. Thank you so much for listening. And if you feel like you know someone who might benefit from this message as well, please feel free to share this episode and go over to Apple Podcasts and drop a review. Would really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best as you expand into yet another amazing week of possibility. Big blessings.